Let me introduce myself in case by chance you found me from Instagram and we aren't actually friends yet. So my name is Julie Graham and I am an online health and fitness coach, and I do that via the company Beachbody. So if you've ever heard of P90X or Insanity, 21 Day Fix is really popular right now. Some of the newer workouts, maybe you've heard of Hammer and Chisel, you've seen people talking about recently. Well, those are all Beachbody products. And so I'm an independent Beachbody coach, which means I help people get started or continue their health and fitness journey, specifically using those workout and nutrition programs. So it's actually a really fun and unique way it does two things for me. One is it keeps me accountable and motivated in my own health and fitness, which I've found to be one of the biggest benefits of being a coach. And also it serves as a secondary income for me while doing something that I'm really passionate about. And let me just say, there's nothing more exciting than getting a text message or private Facebook message, or just someone who I've been working with, call me and say, I'm down 5 pounds or I'm down 80 pounds. Like I literally have somebody who's down 80 pounds right now from using these programs. And there's just nothing more rewarding than that. To know that I'm helping them do that is really, really awesome. So I just wanted to open up the conversation in case anyone's maybe been watching me and seeing that, I'm doing this coaching thing and what is that? And, how would I do that? Or could I do that? Or even should I do that? I just wanted to kind of create a dialogue and see if anyone has any questions that I could try to answer for you. So the chat box is working. This is also my very first time ever doing Facebook Live, so this is kind of nerve-wracking in that. So I can see that there's a few of you that have joined, which is awesome. If you have a question, I am seeing your comments, so feel free to type them in the chat box there. Lauren, I see your heart. You're awesome. So if you have a question specifically about coaching, feel free to leave it right now. And if not, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of share some frequently asked questions that I get and just kind of give you the answer that I have for them. So I'll go ahead and start with the first one that I get a lot. And if you have a question, feel free to put it in the chat and then I can get to it next. So the question that I get the most is, how much time does it take? Like, I'm busy, I don't have time for one other thing. And usually when I see that, I think to myself, oh girl, like I feel you. Like I totally feel you. And so that's an excellent question that I get a lot. And the answer honestly is, you're gonna feel bad that this is the answer, but the answer honestly is as much time as you want to put into it. The truth is it's a really flexible way to make an income, and your income is not necessarily tied to how much time you put in. So in traditional work, you're usually paid a salary and you're expected to work a certain number of hours, or you work an hour and you get a certain amount of money. The cool thing with Beachbody coaching is you put in time, you invest in what we call the vital behaviors, which I would explain to you what those are, and your income grows over time as you stay consistent in doing those vital behaviors. And so I've been a coach, Friday is actually my 1-year anniversary. How exciting. And my very first month in the business, I think I earned about $200, which honestly is really great for the first month. I think I earned about $200. Last month, I don't know, this might be awkward, but I'm just throwing it out there. Last month, I earned about $1,200. So I haven't done the math, which I really should, but $200 to $1,200 in a year is a really big raise. So if you're a math whiz and you know the percentage and you want to tell me, you can tell me, but that's a really big raise. And I probably was spending about the same amount of time in the business. I just got smarter. I just got better at it. I knew what I was doing. And so in this business, as you learn more, as you grow in understanding it and get better at your skills as a coach, you earn more money. Now, that's not necessarily the case in traditional work. So if you get better at your job, you may get a promotion, you may get a raise, but it's not nearly as common as it is in maybe 600%. Thanks for doing the math, Lauren. You're awesome. You may get a raise, you may not, but you're not probably going to get a 600% raise. So that's one of the cool things about doing, a direct sales, work from home type of opportunity, specifically like Beachbody. So how much time should you put in? I recommend for my coaches that when they get started, they prepare to spend about 30 minutes to 60 minutes, so half an hour to an hour, at least 5 days a week. So for me, I spend, again, I'm a year in, and I have a couple people that are already on my team. I have a handful of people on my team, so I spend some time investing in them, and I spend some time doing my own business activities. And I spend about an hour, 5 to 7 days a week. So maybe max I spend 10 hours a week on my business. That's not really a bad return, right? So you can choose how much time you want to invest. I definitely recommend you prepare if you really want to see this grow. I think you should prepare to spend a little bit of time each day, and I would train you on what you would be doing during that time. But the first question I get is how much time? I have no time, and I recommend 30 minutes a day. So if you can find 30 minutes a day to try making another income, I highly recommend it. So anybody have a question maybe based off of that I shared, or should I go on to the next commonly asked question? I'm wondering how loud my husband's TV watching is in the background. Awkward. That's the thing about working from home. Life happens around you. Like my little boy is sleeping upstairs and I'm, doing some work on my phone in the other room from home. Super flexible. Okay, so another question I get a lot about coaching is, I don't want to be a salesperson, so I'm not interested in doing anything like that. Like, I'd like to make some money from home, but I don't want to be salesy. Girl, again, I say, neither do I. Like, I didn't go to school for sales. I guess maybe you could say I did. I went to school for marketing. This is the first time in my life that I'm doing anything that's actually marketing related. Although I did say when I worked in ministry for years that I was marketing Jesus. I was, actually. But you do not, hear me, you do not see yourself as a salesperson when you become a Beachbody coach. I honestly look at it as I'm sharing something that I'm passionate about with people who I think could benefit from it. Now, if you followed me on social media for any length of time, you know I have no problem sharing my life. I have no problem sharing the things that I'm into. So I talk a lot about the things that I'm passionate about on my social media. I talk a lot about my faith. I talk a lot about my family, specifically my marriage and motherhood. I talk a lot about fashion and makeup, and those are things that I'm just sharing. And so for me, my health and fitness passion is just an extension of something that I'm passionate about, and I include that in the things that I share about on my social media. And that's what you would do as a coach. You would be sharing your health and fitness journey with people who you already know and love. They're your Facebook or your Instagram or whatever social media you use, or just your one-on-one relationships. You don't have to use social media, although I do think that it's the most successful way to do it. You're just sharing things that you're finding to be helpful and successful for your own health and fitness, and you're sharing them with other people. And so I honestly don't think about it as sales. So I guess on paper, it would be considered sales, but once you get started in it, and I think some of my friends who are on the call, who are part of coaching as well, they would definitely agree. They see it more as sharing, way more as sharing than ever as sales. So that's another common question I get. And I honestly don't feel like I work in sales at all. I definitely think about it as I share something that I'm passionate about, and I get to help people get results that they're really honestly looking for already. Like they're looking for these results. So they're looking for a way to learn how to eat healthy. Maybe they're searching, the internet for health blogs, and you can be the person that helps them without having to continue to search the internet for the answers. You can give them the answers through our health and fitness products. So that's the answer to I don't want to be salesy. Anyone else have a question before I go on to another common one that I get? All right, and then the last frequently asked question that I get a lot is, I don't think I would be good at this because I'm not outgoing. So do you have to be outgoing to be a good coach? And I personally love this question because the truth is I'm pretty outgoing. I mean, if you're friends with me in real life or have followed me for any length of time, maybe you know that I'm pretty outgoing. But most of the coaches who have joined my team are not. And most of the coaches that are in my larger team, like the coaches that are training me and are above me, most of them are actually introverts. I've found that the most successful coaches in the Beachbody team and network, I think most of them actually are introverts, and they've found success because they're really passionate about what they're doing for people. And they really look at it as a one-on-one, person-to-person relationship thing, and not as a big, I'm sharing my life with the whole world thing. So they like to think about it, and I like to think about it as I'm sharing your journey with you. And so it's not about me being in front of a lot of people and necessarily having a big presence, but it's about one-on-one, each individual person that I'm working with and helping on their individual journey. So actually, introverts tend to thrive in this business because it really is about working closely with somebody in a relationship to help them get their results. And one thing I know about introverts, because I've actually done a lot of training in personality and personal relationships as far as how different people interact with other people. And introverts really value deep relationships, meaningful relationships, and that's definitely what you get when you become a Beachbody coach. You really are trained, which is something I love. I've learned so much about investing in people by helping them with their health and fitness, but that's just the door. I was actually talking with one of my coaches today just about some things just in our own relationships with family members, giving each other advice and how to handle difficult or sticky situations. So I don't only talk to my coaches about what's happening in their health and fitness or in their weight loss or in their business. No, we become such close friends that we're sharing our lives together and we're investing in one another. And so that's one of the things that I love about this business. It's really a relationship business. So introverts tend to thrive because introverts tend to make more lasting and deeper relationships. So I get that one a lot, and I think that introverts should really, really extra consider this opportunity because you get to work from home, like in your pajamas if you want. You don't have to leave the house to go to work. So for me, as somebody who is really extroverted, I've actually struggled a little bit with not going to a workplace anymore where I'm surrounded by a lot of people. But at the same time, the community that I have from being a part of this business, the team that I'm on, which has a couple hundred women from all over the country, and we're connected on different levels from different ways. But we really are like a family. We share ideas. There's a lot of idea sharing. There's a lot of encouragement. There's a lot of recognition among the team. So the community aspect to being a coach is really phenomenal. So again, that's great for introverts and for extroverts. So regardless of whether you fall on the introverted or the extroverted side, I think there's so many benefits to coaching that you would really enjoy. All right, I feel like I've just been talking for 13 and a half minutes. Does anyone have a question? Maybe some of my fellow coaches, any questions that you guys happen to get a lot that I could maybe try to answer? Hello, everyone. Thanks for hopping on, by the way. Really appreciate you taking a few minutes on your Wednesday night to hang out with me and just consider if coaching might be an opportunity that you would want to look into. Oh, here's another question that I get. Real quick, hello to my sister who just jumped on. That's so fun. Okay, so this is a question I get a lot, which this is probably what you're all thinking and nobody wants to type it. So, okay, you're saying it's a business opportunity. How much does it cost to get started, right? Somebody's thinking, finally, she's talking about that. I kind of forgot about answering that question because honestly, when I got started, I didn't really think about the fact that I had to spend money to get involved because I was getting something for that money. So your cost to become a Beachbody coach is the same cost as it would be if you decided you just wanted to be in my health and fitness accountability group this month. So I run a health and fitness accountability group every month for people who are looking to get started or stay committed in their health and fitness journey. And to be a part of that group, you purchase a workout program and a month's supply of Shakeology, which is a meal replacement superfood shake that we drink every day, which is amazing, by the way. So everyone who's joining my group purchases that challenge pack. It's a combo. So your price for that depends on which program you pick. So right now, the program I love the most, it's on sale for $140. So whether you wanted to be my customer and be in my challenge group, you would pay $140. Or if you want to start this business and be a coach with me, you would pay $140. So I actually look at it as a zero investment, because you're gonna get a workout program that's gonna give you killer results, and you're gonna get a 30-day supply of meals. So that's actually moving money from your food budget over to potential work investment, business investment budget. So the answer is, it depends on which program you wanna try, but you could actually become a coach for free, except that you will be paying to get involved with a workout program, again, that you're gonna get results with. So for me, when I signed up about a year ago, I paid $160 to become a Beachbody coach, but I would have paid that same $160 if I was just wanting to try that workout program and get 30 days of Shakeology. And I will just say, when I first started, I thought, maybe I'll lose a couple pounds. I thought I was pretty fit, and most people, looked at me and thought, why are you doing that? Like, you're already fit. And I found in 3 weeks of the 21-day fix, because it's a kind of a 3-week program, in my first 3 weeks, I lost 5.5 pounds and 9 inches. Like, I took measurements everywhere, and I lost 9 inches. So in 5 weeks on the 21-day fix, I lost 10 pounds and 14 inches. So I paid $160, but I got lots and lots and lots of other benefits. So that's the money question that people get a lot. So you could join for as little as $40 without a workout program, but I don't know anyone who doesn't want to buy one of our workout programs when joining this business. And honestly, you're not going to be successful in the business of helping people get workout programs if you don't have one that you can speak from personal experience on. So that's a big question I get as well. So anybody else have a question? I want to keep this short and sweet. All right, last question you may be wondering is, how do I become a coach if you want to be one? Well, if you want to be one, I would love for you to private message me after this call is over and let me know that you're interested. We can kind of chat one-on-one about what your goals are, what program might be good for you to get started, and just some more questions you may have and wanting to learn more about it. So your next step, if you're at all interested, even if like on a scale from 0 to 10, your interest is a 1, I would still love you to message me, because we can just talk about it. I can, maybe answer your specific question or just share a little bit more of my experience as a coach. But if you're even just a 1 on the 1 from 10 scale, message me after, or even just comment on this video, which honestly, I don't know what it looks like on my Facebook page because it's my first time doing it. But you can even comment, and I'd be happy to continue this conversation of what it looks like to be a coach after this chat is over. So thank you so much for everyone who logged in. This was so fun to get my first Facebook Live out there. I'm considering changing my daily prayer time from Periscope over to Facebook. So now that I know how to do this thing, I might start doing my daily prayer for your husband on Facebook. So that would be easier for people. So something I'll have to look into doing. But thank you so much for joining in on the Q&A about coaching. And like I said, if you even on a scale of 1 to 10 have a 1 interest, please send me a message and we can chat about it. So have an awesome Wednesday night. Thanks for logging in, and we'll chat soon.